Hello, my name is David Linton. I'm going to tell you what prompted my concern for safe and healthy public floors. It's how I wound up in the hospital with a scary lip infection that caused them to kind of swell up like a duck slip. You see, back in the late 1990s and early 2000s, I used to repair restaurant floors like steakhouses and bars and places like that. And I would go in at night while they were closed and bring in a crew, and we would tear out old floor, put in some new floors. We often were tearing out the same kinds of floors that we were putting back. A lot of times we put quarry tile back. You should see what's underneath these sometimes. Sometimes like the sheet rubber floors, when we pull them up, there's all this black liquid with worms and such, and you'd find it under the tiles too as well. I traveled the country, some even international. I've been into lots of commercial kitchens and seen a lot of situations where it just wasn't sanitary. One evening while I was working at a project in Jacksonville, Florida, and we were working under a cook line, and so you'd move the equipment out of the way. So we were doing the removal of the floor, and I don't know what it was under it. Maybe an old chicken that had been there a couple years or something. I don't know, maybe something got splashed up during the removal, but my lips started to swell up. And it started getting a little bit scary. So I went home. I left the crew to finish, and I went home and went on to the hospital. People at the hospital kind of looked at me, figured out some kind of concoction, gave me a little shot, and eventually within a few days, the swelling went down, so I was okay. But while I was laying there in the hospital, I got to thinking, about all these restaurants and all these clinics where, the public visits there, eat there, there's food prepared there that people eat. It's just not sanitary, it's kind of a problem. So I wanted to do something for the greater good. So I began researching about what would be the best kind of floor that could just last a long time and stay seamless and stay healthy and people won't have to worry about. And so that's when, I couldn't really find the perfect one. So what I did is assemble a team of formulators, and we actually worked to create one. And so now we created a healthy, durable, commercial floor that's safe and healthy. So we have a mission statement at Everlast Epoxy. Our mission statement is, Everlast Epoxy is dedicated to doing our part to improve the health of the public by providing the cleanest, healthiest, and safest flooring in many businesses and facilities that they frequent, so that when they frequent a restaurant, clinic, recreational, or other public facility, that the place has clean floors resulting in clean food to eat, clean air to breathe. We know that a hard to clean or porous floor is a breeding ground for bacteria, germs, and viruses which can get kicked or blown up in the air. They can spread airborne diseases and contaminate food with splashes. Our mission is to install seamless and cleanable floors in public facilities in every community in the USA and Canada. So if there's anything we could do to help you, just feel free to reach out. You could either send us an email, care@everlastepoxy.com, or you can give us a call at 1-800-708-9870, and we'd be happy to help you.